Worth is intrinsic. It's not based on anything outside. That's fascinating because when you learn that it is, when you learn that you are nothing without someone out there or multiple people out there, when you learn that you are nothing without something or multiple things out there, you learn that. And then you attract that kind of life. And then you attach to things and people, and then your life, your experiences with those things and those people are fucking turbulent because you've learned to tie something that is intrinsic and that is not based on anything external to things externally. And I've been here. I've had a lot of experience with tying worth to the external. But worth is intrinsic, right? You don't have to do anything to be worthy. You just are. It's inherent in your nature. But when you learn a belief at a very early age that your worth is based on your actions, what you do, who you're with, then you just continue to live that way and you repeat patterns that are based on that. I've been sitting a lot with worth lately. Worth is something that has been very fascinating to me, and I've been doing a lot of untying, right? There's something that I learned in my life, I'm not going to say what it is, but it taught me to tie my worth to it, and it taught me that without it, I'm not worthy, right? And it's just fascinating because I have also chosen people, in other words, objects, that reinforce that belief that in order for me to be worthy, I have to do X. And so the really cool thing about this thing of worth, on the subject of worth, is that you don't have to tie your worth to what you do, even though when you learned that you are only worthy based on what it is that you do, again, you don't have to tie. It's not a matter of not having to tie your worth to what you do. Obviously, you don't have to. If your worth is intrinsic, right? And you know that regardless of whatever it is that you do in life, you're still worthy. You lose your job, you're still worthy. You lose your house, you're still worthy. You lose a relationship, you're still worthy. But imagine being on the fucking roller coaster of tying your worth to things externally, right? You're all over the fucking place, right? Your moods are all over the place. You're so attached to what it is that you do. Well, obviously, you're going to be attached to what it is that you do because if you lose what it is that you do and what it is that you do is what you tie your worth to, then if you lose your worth, then I guess you'd be considered worthless, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm not here to say that anybody that loses anything outside of them is worthless. That's not what I'm here to say at all. Again, your worth is intrinsic, it is inherent. Nothing you can do or not do or have or lose outside of you determines your worth. Your worth was there to begin with. You may have learned beliefs that blinded you from your worth and led you to believe that you are, in fact, worthless or there is no such thing as worth inside of you, right? But it's just not true. And it's fascinating. So, learning to untie your worth from things, people, right? Having somebody in your life does not make you more or less worthy. You were already worthy. But maybe you learned a belief that you needed a person to be worthy, right? And a lot of people, they enter relationships for that very reason. Oh, I will only be worthy if I'm with that person. Oh my God, I'm with that person. I'm worthy. Oh my God, what if I lose that person? I will not be worthy anymore. I could go on and on and on, you know. Oh my God, I have to do everything that I can to control the situation so that person does not leave, so therefore I will not lose my worth. I mean, that's usually when you lose the fucking person the most. Um, See, that's the thing too. People get attached because it has to, well, they believe that it has to do with their worth, right? And so therefore it's like attached, 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 worthy, worthy, worthy. Oh crap, what if I lose this person? Oh crap, what if I lose this person? Oh crap, what if I lose this person? I'm not going to be worthy. I'm not going to be worthy. I'm not going to be worthy, you know? And again, so on and so forth. It goes that way. And usually, the more attached you are to things, situations, and people, the more likely it is that these people are going to repel themselves the fuck away from you, because that energy dynamic is just not fun. It's not attractive. It's not inviting. It's, you know, get away. It's that kind of thing. By the way, if you hear any outside noise, I opened the door to my car because it's fucking hot in here with the door being closed. And there's some wind coming in, so it might disrupt the sound. Um, Fair warning. So, yeah, you are worthy regardless. Pretty cool, right? I mean, I understand that you might not feel that way because you've been battling dragons and demons of, people trying to, or maybe that's not the right way to approach this. You have been battling dragons and demons, but more so in the situations to control people not leaving you, right? Because you believe that you're not going to be worthy all of a sudden if the person that you've tied your worth to leaves. That's how it works. I mean, that's not actually how it works, but that's how it works in the sense that you believe that you are all of a sudden not going to be worthy, right? Um, Now, on the subject of actually doing what you want in life and not just living to please mommy and daddy because you learned to be a narcissistic extension of them, and you learned to cater to everything that they wanted you to do because they themselves are insecure and they're just passing down their shit onto you. And so you're attending whatever college they want you to, you're doing whatever they want you to, you're marrying whoever they want you to. Um, yeah, no. Oh, but you're doing that because it means that you will be worthy, right? And so therefore you do all of these things that you don't want to do, and you probably suck at them because you don't want to do them. We're automatically going to suck at things that we don't want to do. Nonetheless, not show up for things that we don't want to do. It's always fascinating to me when I hear people talk about how their parents want them to do something but they don't want to do it, but they're doing it anyway. $1,000 for counterproductive. Alex, thank you. Hope people got the Jeopardy reference. Took me a second to really think about how to fucking say it. What is narcissistic extensions? um, but yeah, there are people out there that wake up on a daily basis because they learn to be narcissistic extensions of their parents, and they learn to do things that they don't want to do, and so therefore they're doing things that they don't want to do to feel worthy, to get love's ugly cousin of validation and approval. Yeah, it's not a loving action to create your child into a narcissistic extension to fill your void of insecurities, that even putting them through hell of shit that they don't want to do in life will not fill the void of your insecurities. It will only destroy your fucking relationship to them. That's all. But on the subject of doing what it is that you actually want to do in life, and not tying your worth to that or a person or anything outside of you, um, it's cool because you realize, oh shit, whether or not I'm good at this is irrelevant. Do I enjoy it? Cool. Do I not? Move on. And that's what it is, you know? I think I'll close this. Silence. It's getting a bit windy. I'll brave the heat for a few seconds. No, but really, so worth is inherent. It is intrinsic. It's not based on anything outside. Um, Tying your worth to anything outside of you is counterproductive because, again, it doesn't have anything to do with outside of you, even though you may have learned to believe that it does, and that whenever you lose something outside of you, you are all of a sudden, again, not worthy, and so therefore you run away from that fear of not being worthy, so you chase all these fucking things outside of you, exhaust your fucking self, and you don't enjoy life, because who the fuck would enjoy life like that? I wouldn't. Fuck that. Yeah, let's not do that. So instead, when you don't tie your worth to things outside of you and tie your worth to what you do, and you just allow yourself to enjoy what you do because what you do is fun. If what you do is fun, if what you do is what you do because you actually want to do it, and your narcissistic parents are not creating you into this fucking puppet that has to take care of and emotionally caretake their fucking insecurities and low self-esteem. And so what you do ends up being for the enjoyment of it, and it doesn't matter any of it. It's just fun. You do it because you enjoy it. Oh, and then doing things that you enjoy because you enjoy them is far more fun than doing things because you feel fucking obligated to do it and because you feel like you want validation and approval that you don't even need to be seeking in adulthood anyway, because that's not healthy. It's not. You don't need to do things for validation and approval. You don't. I learned that. And I'm still unlearning that I do need to do things for validation and approval. Oh my god. It's probably a forever game, but I'm here for it. Um, yeah. Untying your worth from the external. It's a fucking massive thing. It's cool. Well, I mean, it's also not a massive thing. That's also something to like unlearn. Oh, it's this big important thing that I have to do. I've got to put all in this. I've got to put all of this fucking work and effort and energy. I need to exert all this massive fucking energy into this endeavor of untying my worth from the external. That's also in and of itself a belief, is it not? Do we really have to put all this energy and effort into all these things? I don't think we fucking do. Last time I fucking checked the quality of the air, that led to exhaustion. Last time I checked the wind. Wait, hold on a second. Check the wind. That led to exhaustion. Yeah, and that's not fun. That's really not fun. I enjoy being drastic and dramatic sometimes. But yeah, on the subject of not attaching your worth to what you do, you might start to realize that your worth is intrinsic. It's not based on anything external, even though you may have been taught that by parent, caretaker, whatever it is, right? Because, I mean, like, that's just been the fucking game for a lot of people, right? You have to do this, you have to do that. Your worth is based on it. Or you won't be worthy. Be scared of the wrath of not being worthy. Be scared of the wrath of losing something external, which means you're not worthy. You're only worthy if you are with that person or have that thing or have that job or go to that college or this, that, and the other. Yeah, that's funny. Not true, obviously, but funny. And so stopping the cycle and repeated pattern of exhausting yourself trying to chase things because you believe that it'll make you worthy all of a sudden. Worth is intrinsic. It is. It's intrinsic. And that worthy wind that is inherently and intrinsically worthy, that worthy wind, is trying to make its way into my car, so I'm going to let it. Yeah, this whole thing of worth is fascinating. It really is. Just learning to let go. Rising up, ascending. That's what it's all about. It's fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun. Life is fun when you let go. You're not attached. We were taught to be attached to things, to people, because of the meanings that have been ascribed to it, to them. Worth, worthlessness, worthlessness. You're either worthy or you're not. If you're not worthy, it's scary as hell. Worthlessness is a terrifying experience, even though it's an illusion because it's not true. So, what are we going to do? We're going to do everything in our power to attach ourselves to things and people to feel worthy, because it's all or nothing. You're either worthy or you're not. What do you need to do to avoid worthlessness? What do you need to do to be worthy? Well, what we learned is that we need to attach to all these things externally to be worthy, because without that, we're nothing. But with that, we're worthy. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth game of fucking yourself up over and over again, learning these beliefs early on in childhood that really fucked you up. Chill out and realize that your worth is inherent and intrinsic. You can validate and approve of yourself. You don't need that from the external world. And what you do can be done for the enjoyment of it, and not because you're looking for validation and approval from mommy. You're not looking to please mommy and daddy. And you can do what you do because you enjoy doing it, because you want to do it, because it's what you want.